Welcome. In this section, we're exploring the art of making your discovery meetings more human. Personalization isn't about gimmicks, it's about showing genuine care and proving that you see the individual, not just the account. We'll also dive into emotional anchoring, which helps your prospects feel seen, heard, and understood, a key factor in building lasting trust. Clients don't remember your credentials, they remember how you made them feel. So people decide emotionally and then they justify logically. Trust builds when prospects feel seen. When you show that you remember their dog's name or their retirement dream or their grandchild's name, you demonstrate that this isn't just a transaction, it's a relationship. Personal details create stickiness and loyalty. The more human, the more trusted. Before any meeting, prep like a pro. Review the notes, hobbies, families, goals. What have they told you before? What do they do? Post on what do they post online? LinkedIn and social media provides profiles for context. So small insights can become real relationship glue. I saw you mentioned you ran a marathon. Congrats. This can go further than any portfolio performance stat. Past communications for emotional cues. This is why notes, you'll hear us repeating over and over again how important notes are. This day and age with AI, you have no excuse to not have good notes from every single meeting. Why is this important? Because this will give you the emotional anchor advantage. Attach advice to emotional goals. Emotional anchors tie your advice to what really matters, right? So, and it's also language too. Don't say tax optimization. Say that trip to Portugal you mentioned. Here's how we'll help you get there, right? So translate those dollars into dreams and reuse their words, ideally word for word. Mirror their language. You said security means, what did you say? Knowing your family is okay. Let's build around that. You've heard us talk about magic words. Well, you know, there is no magic to it, but it seems like magic. But here are those again. Make these a part of your regular vernacular and verbiage. These phrases unlock stories and emotions. Just out of curiosity, this disarms defensiveness. What's important about that to you gets to the heart of the matter. Tell me more. This is a great conversation when you feel like Pandora's box is just about to get open. It's just open a crack. Tell me more blows the lid right off of that. Don't be afraid of silence either. Give them time to go deep. Don't start filling in the blanks for them. Another one that I really like is just like you. Clients trust patterns, and just like you, stories show them they're not alone and that others have walked the same path with you successfully. So tell relatable stories. Emphasize emotion, not results. And end with, would it be helpful if we explored that for you? So by using these emotional milestones, not just financial ones, they went from worry to peace of mind. Would it be helpful if we explored solutions that could do that for you? The answer is going to be a resounding yes. Remember, you're an advisor second and a human first. So you've got to humanize your process. Share and humanize you. Share a brief about you slide or about me slide or story, because connection is a two-way street. You're asking for their trust. You've got to offer some of yours. A simple mention of your own story builds closeness. I got into this after watching my parents struggle. They taught me the meaning of this taught me the meaning of money and value and education and information. This is powerful, right? You can start with a little bit of a visualization. I'm going to talk about myself for 2% of the time, and the other 98%, we're going to focus on you. So you can have a little slide deck or graphic that represents who you are as a person: parent, pet owner, interests, sports, travel, dreams. Mention family, hobbies, or why you do this work. It humanizes you and it helps build the relationship, not just the plan. Personal follow-up touches. Celebrate birthdays or milestones. Send a resource tied to their goal and mention their emotional language in emails. Personalization doesn't stop after the meeting. A small gesture that ties back to what they care about. Here's a budgeting app. I thought of you when you mentioned planning that trip. This reinforces that you're listening and that you're invested. Practice anchoring and discovery. So ask, what would that change for you? Emotional anchoring is something really important, and you've got to make a habit of it. Train yourself to follow every practical goal with an emotional follow-up. Getting to this result, how would that change your life? Oh, you mentioned you wanted to retire at age 62. Well, what would that let you do? That's when you're going to get you to the real goal. And then you want to anchor to that. Follow up with, why is that important to you? And repeat their own words. You mentioned that retiring at age 62 and traveling to Italy and sipping Chianti in a little cafe in a cobblestone road is so important to you because you've always wanted to travel. Your dad always wanted to travel, but he never got to do that. He could never afford it. And when he could afford it, he passed away and never fulfilled that dream. This is why it's important to me, right? And you want to spark that by saying, you mentioned this before. I was listening. To wrap this up, this isn't extra, it's essential. Building trust starts with the little things. People trust those who make them feel known. Remember, personalization and emotional anchoring don't require extra time, just intentional focus. So get those emotional anchors, and that will help guide better advice. Personalization is a process, it's not luck. So let's keep showing clients they're more than just a portfolio. Don't forget, this course comes with a full resource library. In addition to these worksheets, head to the classroom section where you'll find guides, templates, and scripts. Use these tools. They're designed to make your job easier and your results stronger. Let's keep building from here.